The following is a presentation of MRE Uno, Division 1.
It's playoff season, boys. The atmosphere changes. Win, keep your Slim Super League hopes alive. Lose, it's time to go fishing in the off season. Nothing can beat the atmosphere in the Venus region. It's going to be a hot one. Both guys know what's up. For Bowtie, top 25 ranked in Super League after an insane T4 to get to the E8. For Ed Ziemba, it's all about just Edison. Educated by Edison, the Mr. Light Switch. We're going to see a game of epic proportions. Who will have the better strategy? Is it the Light Switch King? Or is it the player that Bowtie who just throws the ammo? We're about to find out. Everybody, and welcome to the second to last game of this Sunday action. As both players get ready to lock into a playoff game. Both players come in at 4-4. You cannot set the stage any better. The winner of this game, it's already confirmed. It's the one region, other than the other one seeds that play, that we know we're going to have a guaranteed game. Superior's waiting in the wings. They know what's at stake. But before we get to that, let's get to that crazy, wacko schedule today as we have been on the grind. Let's start it off today, back all the way at 9 o'clock, what seems like eternity ago. For real. 9 o'clock, it started all day with Abian Radin. Radin was hanging in there, down 3-1, but then he found a little bit of that pot of gold at the end of the rainbow to get a 4-3 win as Abian could not get the 7 games, or excuse me, game 6, 7 cards start to work, and it cost him. For Ashley, it was a day where it could be described as one thing. Errors, where are you? Because that's what Aiden did. Too many Uno call-out errors for Aiden, couldn't get the Uno win, and Ashley finished the job, paid for those mistakes. Aiden Smith, it's going to be a wait and see on what happens with him. A la D1, we'll find out. And then our latest game that just occurred about 2.5 hours ago now was a truly interesting game. Captain England for Cap. It was all about that fast style. The first time we saw this game series where the 5 and 6 was very prominent. And Cap just figured out the answer and got the job done. Congratulations on the fly. But regardless, though, what a great game. For Cap to get the win, he moves on. And, of course, for England, we'll see what he does in the relegation tournament. That is now confirmed. Sam England will be in the relegation tournament post round 2 here. That is expected to get that going. Now we go over to the season recap, and let's start it off with the home team, the home squad. The number 23 ranked Super League player has a fresh tie on the old suit. It's Bowtie looking to tie it up and put that Chevy in victory lane. See what I did there. We'll find out. But for Bowtie, it was a tough loss to Sanford all the way back in March. Got swept out despite a good win on A. Rogers in March. Then had a little bit of an interesting one against Zach. Zach was up 3-0, nearly pulled off the reverse sweep, but ultimately lost that game. Zach getting his only win of the season. And then I'm not sure what happened to this day, but Bowtie just got swept out by Ghost. While I was not here, all I know is just wasn't the best showing. And then the big wins, right? The ALP, the Carson, the Kev in the last tournament to get to that 4-4. looking pretty stout here. A 23 ranked player over in Super League. Got some tiebreakers. What can Bowtie do? And for Ed, he's not ranked, but he's got some impressive wins this year. Let's talk about his first March, man. Obviously, it's not the same Ed, man. 4-1 to Eli. Ed pretty much tried, but couldn't do it. But that 4-3 to Ypez, down 3-0, figured out how to be educated by Edison, as they call him. The light switch was on. He figured some package out because, boy, oh boy, what a tournament 3 he had. Sure, he had the loss to Christian Tago 5-3, but man, was he on fire. Big wins on Nam. Big wins on Dark. Big wins on Larahuo. And, of course, the last tournament nearly took Brad to the brink, but ultimately Brad got the job done, picked up an MGR win, and he also comes in at 4-4. It is going to be a classic game, both at 4-4, true playoff style. Let's get to the old pod. And man, oh man, the winner of this game, like I said at the top, it's Tapir. Going to be a good one. Tomorrow, I believe that's now changed to 11 a.m. Yes, 11 a.m. for Seth. Okay, yeah, 11 a.m. Seth, Andreas, obviously we're just going to say we work with Andreas a lot. Great dude. None of his fault. Something happened. Classic. It's been a rough year for him off the table, but we do get that game in. And then also tomorrow night, we're actually going to end this pod tomorrow night short. James Ellis and Shamik. Shamik is, I wouldn't say slumping, but more experimenting. That's how I view things. I don't believe in slumps, more experimentation from him right now. Let's see if he turns it back up. We saw Cap do that today. That'll be an interesting game at 9 o'clock, intriguing one. That's it for the pod. Let's get to the scene. And joining me is an old school classic. What better way to start the first true playoff game of T5 and of August with my boy Sean Art in the booth. Art, you're the perfect guy to have because you know at the end of it you're going to say those famous words. There goes your Super League. But we'll see.
We all know that's going to be the line that will be said to one of these two. Unfortunately, it's going to be tough to say it to one of these two. Really been trying to scratch the claw all the way back up here.
Well, I have to say, Art, and Short, of course, he's going to be taking more of a backseat role. I got to say, it's you and me tonight, and we've seen some insane gameplay today on the bot. It's been some errors, right? Some studio errors, I like to call it. And that studio errors is just our errors. We made some errors, too, on the host side, just with some commands. That's now been fixed. We're just learning, right? We're all learning. We've talked about light switching. It doesn't seem to work on this bot, but Bo plays the one style where it could be counteractive because Bo plays that crazy ammo, right, and just likes to fire. Where do you think the line's going to be at it? Where do you think the line will really crescendo? Well, we talked about in the last 4 tournaments since really March. We hadn't had a crescendo point in any match. I feel like today we haven't had that, but this could be our first chance with the playoff. Where do you think the keys lie in Bo's game and Ed's game? And where do you think at what card number or what game do you think it'll crescendo in this series? Give us thoughts, opening thoughts.
Oh, the one card number I could think it could crescendo is, I'm going to just throw it out there, number 8.
At 8 cards, it's going to crescendo. Okay. That's a good one.
I think that, because here's the thing, I don't know if any of our other recent matchups, we've had 8 cards yet. No, we haven't. That's the one number that hasn't really been used yet. And I think if that one gets used, something could be a little iffy about it. And who knows? Maybe that's the one difference maker that could change the series on its head.
We're going to find out, man. This is a very interesting day. We have seen everything and anything, right? We talked about mistakes with Aiden Smith. We've talked about just crazy strategy calls from Radden, right? With the 7 cards through Avianov. He took advantage of just not knowing the 7 cards. We've seen reads that have gone wrong. We've seen a little bit of everything today, but we have not seen one thing, Art. Playoff mentality. This is it. This is the only game on the docket where we have a true playoff. This isn't a relegation or someone really locked in, such as Ashley, and this isn't a cap where he's already guaranteed to go first class to Athens versus England, who pretty much had through a miracle. And this is sure as heck ain't Abian, who was the only guy who had playoff implications, whereas Radden was just playing on. This is true. Winner goes home. Loser goes home. Winner moves on to the next round to play Tapir, which could be something big, especially for Bowtie. But let's get to the road team. Edward, educated by Edison Ziemba. I got that right. Ed, look, at the end of the day, man, this is a new bot. You have been probably one of the top 10 players in this league, excited for this new bot. I remember you in the DMs, as soon as we got done doing that practice, let's start it now. Let's get it going. You and Pac were very adamant about that. How do you approach this new bot, knowing that's a different platform? A lot has changed since you last played with that loss to Brad. What are your expectations? I'm going to keep it light because we have no idea what we're expecting. It's going to be truly Daytona, man. It's going to be a wild card. What's your thoughts? I feel free to type it out, Ed, or speak it. Go for it. While we do that, I think Ed's going to type here. Is he typing, Art? Yeah. Okay. I think he's. I don't think we're going to hear much from Ed because he's going to be locked.
He's typing.
Bo, you've had a great run. Obviously, new look Uno here, new bot. You feeling rejuvenated after a great run. Lost to Nam back in the Elite Eight. There, we just saw you about 2 weeks ago, so now you're back on the table. Talk to me about what really went on during the break, how you've been able to lock back in. Thoughts on a new bot? Obviously, you practiced on it. You've had some good experience with it. What's your thoughts here coming into this game? Playoff game. How does this change the first playoff game for both players? Really, I mean, neither of these players have really had a playoff game in their career. They were both sophomores, or in Ed's case, just a veteran that never got momentum last year.
Yeah, that's gonna be something here. This is now seeing our first true test of a playoff atmosphere, and with this new bye, before we even got to this game here, it's already been interesting. So, what's gonna happen? That's what we're about to find out.
Bo, any opening thoughts? Feel free to type it out. For Ed, he just said the goal was never going to be different, or got to go out there and win, right? Just win. Super excited to face Bo, play for the first night. Not sure how much I can say, although I expect to be a little slower. Yeah, I mean that is true now with the tools, right? There is no CH, but regardless, you have to think this one more strategically. You got to think this one more thoroughly. There's a lot of new tools. Yeah, there's no DMs here though. There's no DMs, right? It's all one stop shop. It's you got to click on the hand feature and got to learn how to adapt to that. That's for sure. All right, that's it for the pregame. No Caesar tonight, just me and Ard. Hard. It's that time, buddy. Everything's all logged in. Everyone's pinged and whatnot. It all comes down to this: who is going to get that massive game or that massive fifth series win and have a chance to play the number one seed in the Venus region? Before we do that, Ard, do the honors for Bo.
Bow tie. How many cards?
Well, this is one thing we can't fix, Ard. It's those OG 5 through 7 packages. Here we go. Can't fix it. Both are in. Rest start's about to happen. Let's get a one, baby. Playoff atmosphere. And once again, another game where we talk about something simple. No crazy starting cards all day out in the reverses. It's been simple. Bo's going to learn this platform a little bit. Ed, I'm not sure what's going to happen with Ed. You never know, right? We talk about light switching heavy, but we never know, man. We don't really know about what Ed's going to throw. He's going to take his time here. Ed having to make a move, right? And he talks about all that light switching. There's the ping. We'll see that. That's been. By the way, that's been fixed. I'm not sure when we're going to reset. I think it's going to have to be round 2 at this. I don't want to reset the bot. So we'll see round 2. We got some things fixed on the back end where default settings now exist, which is great. Fantastic. All right, so there it is. Our early in the game, 5 to 6. Card history's on. Stats. I'll check it periodically. Right now, there's no stats to really talk about. A lot of zeros.
Yeah. I think right now we're just going to be watching this game right now and just see what happens.
That's all you can do in this league, man. See what happens. Play it by ear. Bo's going to go crazy. Oh, yeah. Real quick. Only double play. Sorry, 2 max command chain 2. So just play the red 2. The quad play will be for Super League if you get there. We wanted to keep it continuity. That was the ruling. But anyway, let's keep it going. Yeah, just for now. But once we get to Super League in 2025, all bets are off. We're going back to 4 for sure. Card history will be turned on for Super League. Everything was turned on. The bot will be full version come Super League and come T1 2025.
Over the blue.
Well, short. I'll tell you later. There's a reason why. Blue reverse. Continue
And
a draw.
draw.
Okay.
All right.
Well, now this is Ed's first chance. We talked about bow tie really big with the ammo, but that's interesting, Art. Nobody's got anything. We've seen early draw cities in the past. We saw it today, Rod and Abion. We saw it with Ashley Aiden. This is a little different.
Yeah, this is one that isn't like that.
No, it ain't. No, it ain't. I mean, they're both going to draw out early. Early game here. Both know what to do. I think this is going to come down to, in my opinion, Art, who will win out, right? Is it the light switching that goes crazy? Or in my humble opinion, is it that ammo control? That's where I think we're going to see. We've seen number efficiency, especially Ashley A and especially against Cap England. But Rod and Abion was definitely more ammo control. As we go to the gangster, blue one.
That's a wink.
Little wink on Gangster's Paradise. What will it be for Mr. Edison? Not the OG, but definitely the school of Edison grows bigger. In the Lane Sanders. We saw Yepes do it last year. It's the OG of that, for sure. At least of the players last year. Bowtie leads by 2 possessions. Ed, kind of stuck right now on the blue. Does he try to break it right here? Be an interesting break. Does he have a chance, Ard?
I don't know.
No, he's gonna. It's just gonna counter with that. Yep.
One wink to another wink.
What patience? You can see. Bo talked about it already. Art talked about a slower pace, right? Not rushing a finish, playing this one clean. That's what we're all about here in the leagues. Different stuff, especially on this new bot, micro margins.
Yeah. And right now, those micro margins can make or break this game wide open.
There's the draw as we go into Draw City. Well, never mind. There's the Alex play.
That's going to open it.
All right. Well, there's the Pandora's a little bit of light Pandora open. We go from the 9-6-3, running it down, the multiples, in reverse order, division. We land on a little monkey. Little carrots right there, good for the eyes. We go up the sting. Bowtie has a chance now. Not much action cards being thrown. Only reverse, really. That's about it. As we draw out early from Bo. Edison doing a good job here early. Throwing a lot of good heat early, trying to find a little rhythm. Playoff game. And looking for a move here, Art. He's lining something up. There it is, the switch. There's the Edison. That is the Edison special.
And now Boga's going to be playing right here.
Well, we're going to find out how much this Edison special works. This is a great test. Yeah, there it is. He's going aggressive. Not wasting time.
Ed is doing something really interesting here. I like it.
Ed's going to go one up. It's going to be for a red, too. There he goes, in back to green. So he's keeping it 2-color, trying to play ISO ball. Ed's known to do this sometimes. The question is that too much where Bowtie can start to look at possible plays on ammo? Nothing. Bo has no ammo.
Probably not yet. Or they're maybe thinking.
Blue 0. That's a defensive move there, Ard. That's on the Edison. He does the Ed. Own card iced out, Ed. on his own card. That's an ice.
That's an icer. That's an
Wow.
icer.
But the thing is, Ed initiated that ice too on blue. That's very interesting. Ice cold Edward. There's the glazing in those eyes, man. It's those eyes. This is glazing right there.
Looking straight at you.
Caps another one. Cap another player with those beamy eyes. Monkey eyes. But right now, all joking aside, it's a playoff game. We have a little fun, but it's getting serious now. We're starting to run a little bit about 5 minutes here, maybe more. Let me see. It's something new. Yeah, wow. 8 minutes only. Well, we have seen every single guard.
That's crazy. That's really crazy here. We're almost 8 minutes in.
We've seen every single series, and it's been the trend. First 3 for 3. We've had one game over 10. We've had one game over 40 minutes today. One game over 20. Right? We've had 20 minutes for Cap. Who would have said that? Who would have thought one game for Cap will go over 21 minutes? Welcome to the league, man. Welcome to the new league. It's really this new bot.
Welcome to a new era.
New era is alive and well, but right now we're iced down in Straw City.
Ooh, there's a blink.
Red zero. Hard to switch, but Edward does the rare on the pack, his fellow statesman. One down this time. Says, oh, there's the move for Bo. That's a big one. That's it for the red +2s, and that sends Edison back to 13. We're going to be here a while.
Yeah, but it can't go back. There's going to be a long one.
Get the lounge chair ready, Art, and maybe a little drink on hand because we're about to see a little flurry. Here comes Ed with a little flurry of heat. Looking for a double into a single play. You think Ed would... Yeah. Whoa, Art, that is a rare play right there. At 13, off a reverse, and it's going to work. The KT... No way, that can't be a classic, is it?
That can't be a classic, could it?
No, that's not a classic. Just an ISO, but not an ISO wild on the KT. That would have really impressed me if it was a classic. But there's the wrong number.
Wrong number, and we see the eyes of Captain.
From the sunshine of Nam to the beamy eyes of Cap. Here comes Ed trying to get back to blue. Does he have an end around from maybe a couple reverses skips to get back to that blue?
Well.
No, but he's going to go aggressive on the switching. I don't know if I like that one, Art. I don't know.
I don't like that as well. It's right now too close to comfort here.
Yeah, oh boy. That's risky for Met. He's got to have something backdoor.
Gotta do something here to maybe try to get this game back to close margins here.
Checking the stats. No +4s, only 1 wild, and 2 +2. That's it. It's been clean. Ed now gets a reverse. He ties up that stat. Talk about winning categories on the stat sheet, but it's hard to know when both players have switched unorthodox amount of time. Especially, he switched 9 times, Art. We're 8 looking for 9. That's a lot of switches, and we're not even through game 1. Okay, so Bo no ping. Just gets rid of the ping. You can do that. Not a problem. It's a nice thing about the bot. There's the first +4. Ties the game. Ed keeps it alive. Ed looking for another one. Blue 5. Really good game so far, Art, though. A lot of back and forth. A lot of eye candy, for sure. Will be from Bo. Gonna go green aggressive. I think Bo ties in a good spot here, or even despite the switching. Because Ed's gonna switch. I was just thinking, would he go back with a counter? He does in a red. Triple play on the 5.
Yeah.
Trips 5. We go from Jesse, LaPlante, all the way to DeHay, and we're back to the racing with Sam.
Oh boy, this is already color switching off the charts here.
Well, that's part of it. That's every time you get a game with Ed, man. It's part of the process, right? It's all about the light switches.
Yep.
Red 4, Bo gonna wait. Remember, this is a safe zone. We lost both red +2, so we know a red +2 is impossible. It comes down to who can manage this one the best on ammo. If we have it, that's Cold Wild. Back to green. Edison switched off of it. Edison switched off of it. And he's off the green. This is what Bo needs. Bow tie now. Looking for 3, maybe 2.
Double play.
Got it.
There's a
Dose.
double play. But does Ed have something here?
Ed has to find something here. Will it be something good? No. Sticks it. Bo for Uno. No.
Nope, we're gonna keep on going.
I think Bowtie was playing the long game on that wild, thinking maybe we can get a switch off of Ed, and now Ed can run this one clean. But he's gonna risk it. And he had a safe haven right there. It's gonna work 2-color, blue, yellow. 100%. Now Ed momentum is shifting back. Art, you can see this. This is not even a debate right here. Ed's looking for his 12th switch. He's doubled up Bowtie and switches. Right now, it's winning, but ammo is in favor of Bowtie on +2s. It's the only difference. Wild +4s was Ed, but they both have a wild. Into Eli 7. Edison down at 3. Bowtie into blue. That's 2 chances now. If we think it's blue-yellow, Bo might have 2 chances here. Ed's looking for possible break right here to get this down to Dose. But he can't. It's blue-yellow, Art. That seems to be the move for Bo. Tie game. Bo got it now. Back in the lead. Possession
Yep.
arrow, bow tie.
Oh boy.
14-minute game almost. My goodness, we are running. Here comes Ed again. Does he have anything?
Here's a tie, or maybe try to take the lead.
Goes back to red. Beautiful switch.
That ties it.
Is it 9? No. Is it 9 efficiency from Bo? Ed, what a great play right there. Blue +4, +2. That's game. It's a sneak attack. That's rare. That's rare.
Wow!
That's the one thing we thought wouldn't exist in this league anymore. But Bowtie figured it out. What a win. Well, Bo, great job on ammo control. Ultimately, the light switching did not win out for Ed. Talk to me about the double +2 right there to get that game 1 win. Really long game. And did you think that wild green was just a way to hope to get a switch? Were you banking on a switch? Talk to me through it, how you processed the new bot and how you adjusted to no DMs in the hand. Feel free to type it out. Ed, you played a good game right there. A lot of light switching. You did a good job with to go to red, I thought. But ultimately, both saved up the blue. Yep. Still there. But your thoughts on Ed just trying to, you got to light switch a little late. You had the ammo. You had the cards. Despite no +2s. You had the +4s. You had the number of efficiency. You just got beat to it. Thoughts on how you got to adjust the bow tie's more rapid style and ammo. And Bo, like I said, my question to you is how did you learn that new bot, right? How was the adjustment from the hand over to DM? We saw that. And your thoughts on just playing the ammo more effectively and fading the blue. We haven't seen many fade looks from you, and you got the job done. Tag, okay. Yeah. Like I said, a lot of that could be practice cup too. If you're playing a cup, or we were on the old platform testing. I'm back on my server now, so we should be good. Things been in the blue that thought I would get him stumped switching. Okay, so it was a wrong read, Art, and those games sometimes reading's hard, but when it's 15 minutes, it's hard to say that the reads were wrong, right?
Yeah. It's kind of one of those interesting things. But nope, nothing was wrong there on both players really. So that was a pretty just even matchup there.
I think right now, just looking at these stats, man, just looking at this again, it definitely could come down to where if Edward's going to try to go crazy on the light switching, when is he strategically timed? I think that's going to be the key. There's light switching and there's strategic switching. I think that's what Ed's going to have to adjust to. Bo is going to play the same style. I think we're moving on to game 2. No 7. Art, take us in.
Well, yeah, bow tie. How many cards? L7, by the way.
Playoff game right now. We've talked about it. Bo needs 3 more. Goes 1 up. This is where
What's
the limit. This is where the limit is of usually a game. You don't gotta do that. Remember, that's the beautiful thing. It's all refs now. Refs control. You just gotta worry about playing the game and enjoying the beautiful game of Uno. That's it. All right. That's been probably the most popular starting card today. The Aiden Smith reverse. No plus twos, no plus fours, no wilds. We truly have seen something different on the starting card. That Aiden Smith reverse is really popular. And that's been a popular play off the Aiden reverse into a rat and 3. Well, what is going on? Okay. They just played today. Maybe there's something going on.
reminding us of Aiden's. Oh.
Yeah, tough loss for A-Train Smith. We go up this time, doubles up. Remember, Art, 8's the limit, right? 8 is the limit of usually you can get a good game, sometimes you can't. Bo's out early, but we haven't seen monster hands, so even on these low card packages. 4 for 4 on games that went over 10 minutes. I'd be very impressed if we go 5 for 5 tonight, especially with Ghost, who plays like a rocket ship.
Yeah, that's gonna be something still to watch out for. But that's
Here comes
later
Ed.
on.
Hold the phone. There's a double. Looking for a trip.
Oh boy.
Ed's gonna roll that trip. Now could force Bowtie's hand. Another switch from Ed. That's lucky number 13. Bo's gonna run a clean, see if Ed's got any more blue in the tank. You know Ed's gonna switch it if you can, Art. You know he's gonna switch it.
Oh, I wouldn't deny that, Brad. It's true.
Ed, if we're looking to get this back to a 1-1 and get this into a good series. He's out. Ho. A little bit of fool's play there from Ed. He's out. Interesting, Art. To do a fool's play that early, use up all your skips and what is that? Reverses. That's just skips. Excuse me. Definitely a risky play.
Especially with this new bot, it is.
But Bo is going to be aggressive on the switch and gives Ed some life.
Oh boy.
Now Bowtie can start to run a little bit here. Ed's going to have to be patient. Ed's patient so far. What will Bowtie do in response after the 7? Ed, I think you would think he'd play it clean here and try to avoid the switching, but it's Ed. You never know. You never know, or in this league with this new bot. We're still learning the platform. We're still learning the visions. No idea.
I think that's what's the good thing about
Taking
this.
the time. Here comes Ed. He's going to use a power play early.
Whoa.
What's hard?
Okay, that's a bit weird.
That's a power play early. There's the art +4. Remember, nothing to do. Bo all can do is just wait. Remember, it's auto power play, so all Bowtie can do is get a call out if needed. Here we go. Here comes Zed. Down at 2. This will probably be Uno. I don't think this will be the game. Nope. There it is. There's the power play. Cards auto drawn. And Ed Ziemba ties it up, but is out of power play. Interesting. Yeah, that's why I had a feeling. Another light switch. Ed, I have to imagine that power play was defensive, right? You saw with the vision of Bowtie, right, who plays more of this lower card starts. You didn't want to force anything. You just want to get it out of the way. Right, knowing that, hey, I'm going to win it without it. It's the new bot. I'm confident in my gameplay. And talk to me how you were able to save the ammo when you had a better of a hand right there. Definitely a good hand off the start. Maybe some nice cleaner looks. Bo, do you take that as a win, a moral victory? Right? You just flushed this power play. Maybe you didn't have anything there. It's 8 cards, right? It's the borderline of sometimes a monster hand, sometimes not. But even then, it wasn't look like it was a monster hand. All right, so he's going to take the run, Art. Ed said, I'm taking the run. Bo, how you feeling knowing it's 1-1? You flushed his power play. You've had a good job so far staying disciplined on ammo compared to the past. How you feeling right now in terms of just understanding the platform? Have you understood the light switches from Ed? Can you game plan off of that? Let me know. Or as they continue to develop better questions here, even though I can't really say much on the stats because like I said, we're learning everyone's style. It's going to take me a little minute, but round 2 we should get better. I'm noticing a couple things, right? Bowtie is a player that plays more instinctually, for sure. Ed's a guy that he also plays instinctually. When we get to a certain crescendo moment, he knows when to slow it down.
Yeah, that's gonna be something
good.
interesting. That's gonna be something to really
Yeah.
look at. But I'm still kind of shocked that we're getting an early power play here.
Well, I mean, it's yes and no, right? And that's the thing, right? When you talk about early power play uses, we've seen probably the best example in the last tournament. Everyone knows and loves this guy, Lane Sanders. I mean, how many times did he use a game 2, game 1 power play? And it worked. Now, it didn't work against Nam, I believe, but that was due to some circumstantial things. Regardless, though, it's working, and it seems to be a new strategy that not everyone tries. Take the run and hope it sticks. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Lane Sanders was definitely the Pied Piper on that. Just make the run, see if it works, right? If we get the power play win, great. If we don't, keep fighting. But we'll see how it goes here, Art. Game 3, Ed's turn. Just no wait. Do the honors.
All right, Ed, how many cards?
Ed, yeah, 12. I'm thinking higher. I was thinking he's going to go high. He's not going to stick to this OG stuff. There's the 12. We're going to ref it up right here. So far today, it's been a monster day in terms of gameplay. Another 8. Man, they're really they're laying it on Aiden Smith. You did that twice today, my friend. We're going to lay. Aiden Smith has made. He probably don't want to even see this game after the amount of his. What have we had? 3 Aiden Smith starts today? A-Train Smith. Getting laid on right now, boy. Jesus. They're laying into him.
That's with the bot this time, man. This
bot don't miss, man. You make a mistake.
No way.
Brad, thank you.
Brad don't miss.
Brad don't miss. The bot don't miss.
The spot don't miss. It literally called when someone said something with the starting with the letters UNO in the voice chat. It popped up. It don't miss.
That's not miss, man. And we'll go Beamy Eyes to start it up for Bo after that Chomik Green. We'll see Chomik tomorrow. Cap. We'll see him in the next round, waiting the winner of Monkey Lara. I love these custom cards are just to kind of take a break from the monotony as we go double Chomik here off the start. You get to really present a new way of layers of the game, as that's a draw here from Bo that we haven't seen, right? We're going to see custom cards even more expanded when we get to the Elite 8. Cody's going to get a nice space deck. Crazy to say. We'll have a space deck ready for that. That's early heat from Ed. Extremely early. Heat check early from Edward right there. Or that's risky. That's risky business.
Yeah, and somehow they could. That's just one of those sorts of moves that can go good or bad when you think about it. But I don't know.
Ed gonna risk it early on the Reds. What we have here on this red? It's going real aggressive early. Red reverse, looking for a double. Does a double play, nothing special. That's because the players decide that's not anything we can control. Some of the players decide to spice up their own card. You could have done that, but Cody's gonna fix those up. We'll get a space deck when we get to the E8 onwards. So that should be fun. Super League 2, Greek them up. But yeah, that's why you could have designed your own card. Not everyone did that though.
Yeah, it was offered to anyone. I don't know if everybody had heard of that, and I think if you hadn't heard and wanted to, I'm sure we could get that.
We can
get a cut. If you had a custom design you wanted to make, send it over.
Yeah, we can fix it. Probably not for this tournament, but Well, now Super League probably not either, because Super League is going to be just a whole different thing. But next year for sure, we can take
absolutely.
suggestions.
Maybe before March.
Yeah, for March, February.
Yeah, right.
Let's go back to Red says Ed. Okay. 1-1 early. Really clean game so far, just a while early. Ed doing a good job. No power play, though. Here comes Ed. He's really aggressive on the switching, man. He's going for it. Bowtie now might be sensing some trouble here. Does he throw some ammo to get Ed off the game? And aggressive on this switching. Will be from Bowtie. 23rd ranked player in Super League, trying to keep his fringe playoff hopes alive. For Ed, gotta think here hard for both, but especially Ed. If he gets it done today, it's gotta be a different package, man. That's the old Crayola box logo.
Yeah, probably.
Because Tapir is going to be firing away a little bit different. There it is. That's the nice stuff. It's much better. Much better. Here comes Bowtie, though, waiting for his turn. Yeah, we definitely spiced up the little much better. Shout out Zach, shout out Cody. Can't wait for the gold edition, too. First comes Super League, that gold edition. That's going to hit. That is going to hit.
Oh boy, can't wait.
Well, I called it, Art. There's the +2s. There it is. Great. I think that's a better way of using ammo there, Art. Not going to lie. Better way to use it. Ed was threatening. Get this game back to a more reasonable time frame and go from there.
Right now,
Yeah. Ooh. Trips +2. That's going to send Ed really packing and a lot of +2s off the board. Ed's now sent packing all the way back to 16. Bowtie flips the scoreboard and then some. No +2s for Ed, but he's been controlling it with light switching and wilds. He's had more of the wilds, and here he goes. The light switch coming.
Yeah, this
Light
is gonna
switch is coming.
This is gonna be a light switch.
Light switch and a half is coming right here. And a +4, forget it. Or forget the light switch. Let's make it artificial, Art. Artificial switch with the +4. Another one for Ed. Ed up to 20 switches here. Next time he switches, he's doubled up, and he's going to send Bo packing Bo all the way back to 10 cards. Ed looking for 12, looking for a quad. And he does get it, so that's 12 to 10. Resetter Art, ammo going both ways, but this time Ed, a little bit more +4s. Despite Bowtie's massive advantage on +2s, he's working it out pretty good. It's balancing out for sure. One up this time, Blue 9. Well, what are you seeing? What are you seeing so far from both players? We talked about the job done by Bowtie to be more efficient on the ammo, not crazy, and Ed's still crazy on the switching, but it's working for sure.
All right. Yeah, it is working right now, and it's still pretty close here if you think about it. Even with that the amount of cards Bowtie gave to Ed, it's just been now going to a closer game now after that huge run by Ed.
Yeah, great run from Ed. Bowtie had a run. They both counteracted the runs, and it evened out. Bowtie now in the lead, up 3 possessions, looking to get down to 2. So we put Ed in the wrong channel.
Oops.
All good. Blue 4 now. Yeah, early projections here as Bowtie goes for a double skip, double myth. Into the quad, off the Varigold into Mihel combo. This puts Bowtie back in the driver's seat. Edison's had the ammo already, but we talk about it. Light switching on this bot, it's risky. And right now, you got to say, Bo's doing a good job of just playing more effective. And there's a +4. Ed's going to use it up, but you know what? That's not going to be able to get him to a finish. He's got to use him up early. Great penetration and great offense from Bowtie to force those +4s and prevent those possible light switches or maybe even a finish at the end of the game. Thinking ahead, for sure.
Yeah, really. And just like that, Ed now has taken the lead in this game.
Well, we don't have lead changes have just been insane. We don't have a category on that, but if we did, my gosh.
that throws in the racing factor.
Yeah, we would, but we're not doing that. It's a 9-minute game, basically, Art. I mean, we're looking at another 10-minute game, and we've already lasted a half hour. We're probably going to have for the 4th straight game, half hour or more. Fourth straight game, we'll have a half hour series.
Ed Drew there, Bowtie with a run.
Yeah, pace is a lot slow. We talked about this short nice Caesar as we go to the Nick 9 sandwich. We talked about the pace going to naturally be slow. There's a lot more tools to work with. There's a lot more things to do. It seems that we go risky on the light switch and go yellow 9. Right now, you got to think here for Bo. It's about playing this one safe. Bo playing it safer. Just save that ammo, time it right. You're at 3 cards. Let Ed be the first one to use it. Ed, he's going to have to be aggressive, and he's going to be. This is the switch. Is that a good switch? Is that number efficiency? It's not a good switch, Art. This is where Bowtie can cook. Ed's got to have something here. One of these philosophies for Ed is the light switch. Is this too much, Art? Is it too much?
It might, because we're getting down close to the end of this matchup.
Light switching does not work. How many times do we got to tell you? That's game. Oh, my God.
Wow.
Well, and this is the thing, Art. We said this in the pregame. What style is going to win out? And you went aggressive with the switching. I thought the blue was safe, but you went to red. Talk to me through that one, man. Did you just get baited on the fact that we hadn't seen red in a while? You lost track of time? Because the blue was safe for sure, but then you went to red. What was the mind? You had the +4s. You can't even blame the bot there. You had the ammo. You had the stuff. What was it? What was the difference? Bo, I mean, you kind of lucked into that one with the light switching, but I thought that +2 control was great, because you think about it, you throw more +2s, that's less +2 ammo off the board for the opposing player, and you force Ed to speed up his ammo clock. You did a great job. Talk to me about how you understand the ammo efficiency. You definitely improved compared to even your last run, where you were making great plays on the old bot. Talk me through it. Great work right there. And any adjustments got to be made? Or we said it. We saw how many times Abion made a wrong switch today, right? He cost himself. We saw it with Ashley. She made a wrong switch in the red. All she had was red. Aiden Smith, the wrong wild, right? Abion, the wrong wild. England made multiple failed switches. It's not working on this bot, man. You got to be careful with the switching. You know how to effectively do it. That's the switch, man. You know how to flicker the lights, but sometimes you got to know when just to turn off the off button, right? You got to know when to turn it off, for sure. Or your thoughts early. Big win for Bo. And Bo was.
That was just really good. He did really
Wow.
good just with all this. Bowtie.
Bo had a monster hand. Bo had a monster hand, but guess what? Ed had stuff to fire back, so he saw it coming. It definitely was fair that both guys got ammo. Ed, you had stuff, right? You had stuff to fire. Or you forced Bowtie's clock, basically, throw out ammo. You did a great job forcing it, and he got ammo in the Kittle. You had ammo. I think multiple times you had a +4. So I gotta say that's fair. You had the +4s. Bo had the +2s. No ammo. So you got the ammo off the +2. Okay, I got you. That's where you got. Okay. So in a way, you see, Art, Ed with that was lucky. Yeah, but for Ed making that early wild switch, though, right? It came back in his favor. He sped Bowtie up and dragged out the game. So even when you have no ammo at the start, just be patient. You gotta know how to bluff and use eye candy. The light switching, though, I think is the ultimate killer right now. We're seeing. We're gonna find out in Game 4. It's a big moment for Ed. He still can't do that 8 cards, but He has a chance to tie it up despite no power play. Bo, one power play. Looks for this win here. Could have a chance to close it out. Big moment in game 4. Art, do the honors.
Ed, how many cards? Full
Okay.
send.
He's going to max it out, boys. Maxing that out. I guess in honor of Ed, we're going to do this. We'll switch there. Send it.
He pushed the button.
We started off with Brian tonight. Oh, no.
Oh no.
Brian. All right. Brian Green, 9. We're going to go LaPlante. Well, Plante's been a popular first move. Interesting. That's some weird trends we're seeing. LaPlante in the building. Radden's been probably the most popular first move. What is that about? All right, we'll see how it goes now. All joking aside, going to be an interesting game, Art. Who's going to light switch first? Once again, more mockery on Aiden Smith. God.
Jeez, I think we're Aiden Smith. He doesn't want to see that card.
No. Green reverse moment. Yeah, Aiden Smith is getting reminded in multiple ways that if you miss, the bot does not. The bot don't miss either.
He watching for a while. You
Well,
might
there's
be
a
right.
light switch. You type the Y bio. All good. Light switching in.
Well, it's Bowtie doing the light switch in here.
Just gonna check this real quick. Yeah, we're basically looking at another. That's a second game out of 3. 2 out of 3 games are over 10 minutes. Great game so far. Almost 30 minutes in. Average time has been very high all day. As Ed's gonna get a mixed drink. Oh boy.
Okay.
Ed going with the mixed drinks special right there. Goes in for the M. Probably the best card of this tournament in terms of on theme with the space. What's it going to be here from Bo? Are you eating dinner right now? Or you just pulling up random images?
Let's hope he's on at dinner.
Oh, I was going to say, it's an old photo.
Okay, old photo.
Ed having a little business meeting behind the scene. Why not? All good. Planning his next move right here. Double play into the lane, Sanders. We'll see how it goes right now. Bow tie up to the Nick card. Question right now, or it's 2-1, right? You're in a moment here. If you're Ed, you've got to be precise. You have to be precise as we go into the bad Brad card now. You got to be precise in the switching, and that sometimes can affect your game. I wonder what happens. That's a heat check from Bo right there. Heat check.
Going back to green.
That's a heat check right there.
That
Early wild, Ed is going to run.
heat check might not have.
Oh, Bo is going to go aggressive. This is the same aggression he did early. But this is where it could favor Ed, Art. You give those cards, that's where it could favor Ed right here. Bow tie once again. Gonna go early. Going to play a little bit of that Radden style we saw. Aggressive early. It seems to be working though because it's controlled ammo, right? You just won't. That's a risk, Guard. That's a risk.
Yellow hasn't been played. That is a huge risk right there.
I don't know about this. From Ed's got to have something here, Art. You wouldn't make that play without having some balls behind the scenes. Let's see. You've only seen one yellow.
He better have some.
There it is. He does have something. You have to think something was coming. There's no way you make that move without something in the back pocket. He gets off it, though. Ed really aggressive with the switching. And sure, I know you can't talk. I know you're going to take it. But look at this. assuming Ed gets the card, he's already done 25 switches, and he doesn't do the artificial 7. He could have just did a 7, Art. Aggressive.
he wants to.
He wants to get there faster.
Yeah.
He's trying to catch up. Like, look at him. He's down 5 cards right now. He's trying to play catch up with Bo. He's running
boy.
He's a runaway train, KT. He's trying to get there.
He's trying, but we talked about it. Patience is the virtue on this bike. It's not the you remember. This is the old Tapir line. It's not about who finishes the race first. You don't rush the finish. Build it up. That's what we're seeing right now. Bowtie's doing a great job on ammo control. I think Ed's going to have to switch it up here already. The switching cost him the last game. Is that in his head? Let's see. Great defensive move right there. I don't mind that play.
Oh,
that's a power play. That's going to do it. 3-1. Bowtie is assuming everything's working. Oh, wait, Bowtie's turn. Sneak attack.
Bro could have called out. Could have called out.
Oh,
I literally exposed the shit out of him in there. Excuse me. I literally exposed. Oh yeah.
My goodness! Almost did her Aiden Smith, but we're done with the power plays. Bo had a lot of wilds there for sure. Used the +2, but you got away with murder again. Ed could have called you out. You had the wilds, three of them to be, or 2 of them to be exact. Or 3 of them, excuse me, 3 of them to be exact. You used good control. Talk to me about early. Did you just sense those +2s? You just were like, hey, I'm going to be confident to send it, right? And ultimately, if Ed never switches off that yellow 7, right, he doesn't switch, and he doesn't do the counter back, that yellow 7's hanging. So, in a way, I think the light switching is just not working, and the ammo control is working. Ed, talk me through about how you got that done. Escape reality right there. It could have been a different story if you missed that. Ed, you're going to have to change something up. The good news is no power play, but what do you got to change up, man? Because you've been here this 3-1 spot before. The light switching isn't working. Do you have a backup plan? What's the plan B? Because you're going to need it right now, for sure. I mean, right now, if we've seen it, right? Ammo control versus light switching. Radin, Abian. Right? Abian has ammo control for sure. But when he needed the light switch right, he didn't get it done. England tried it today. It didn't work. Let's keep it going. All right, we'll see. At least we're under pressure. We'll keep it going. It's going to have to be flawless Uno from here from Ed. All right, we've seen 3 runs, right? We've seen 3 1s, and it's not safe, right? Anything's possible on this bot. So I wouldn't say no lead safe till 4 is short life to say. But you got to think something's got to change with that light switching for sure. Any final thoughts here before we go to game 5?
No, not right now.
Playoff game 5. Bo is going to go up their tier here, mid to upper tier. We're on the borderline on 10. Here we go. We're underway in a second. So we're going to send us home, and we go start it up with the nom card. Blue 4. Big moment right here. Can Ed get this to a game 6? And if he does, Ard, that would be crucial. Because you know Ed's going to send that high for sure.
Yeah, but for right now, I think for Bo here, he's just got to keep doing what he's been doing here.
Man. Oh, man.
Oh, boy.
Ed is sending right now on those pictures. Let's see how it goes here from Bo. Great job. Bowtie looking for his 5th on the season, and then we get the massive shot against Tapir. Ed going to have to find something. Ed's got to be careful here, Art. He's got to think every move seriously. He's got to take every move seriously, take every run when he needs to, and know when to effectively switch. That's the key. Comes Ed. That's a good safe play, Art. I think just play it cool, see where it lies, right? Try to get yourself back into it 1 card at a time. No power play, so don't worry about that. Bowtie to his own card. That's funny.
Yeah.
Yo, BT. Back in the building. It's me, Bowtie.
It's me.
Yellow 8. We go to Mahal now. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Art. Ed's the guy to normally be the guy to switch it. Pizza. There's the switch. Bowtie is playing into Ed's style.
Oh,
The
boy.
gamble. This is a gamble and a half for Bo, because Bo's done a great job on control, and now is playing into Ed's style, trying to get Ed off his game. Ed's the master of this. I think this is what Ed needs. He needs Bo to keep playing into that style. Ed in a good spot right here. I still think he's in a great spot, Art. If you can get someone to play in your own style, you usually know how to counteract that. That's a misplay. And you don't have the 3. There we go. Ditto play. All good, boss. Yeah, bot doesn't pick up on it anymore. It's on you to decipher that. No, you don't. Well, you don't, because it would have said you couldn't play. So that's a true misplay. You're good. It would have picked up on that. Beautiful thing about the bot. It's self-policing, Art. Sometimes we can help the player out, though.
Yeah.
Why not? Bowtie in a playoff situation here, looking to get this down to 4 or 3 cards right here. Does he have a double in the back? Played into that light switching. Did that affect that? That's a huge heat check. Huge heat check.
That's a heat check.
Huge heat check. +2 for Med. There it is. Second +2 from him. He's going to keep the game alive for sure.
He's just going to have to figure out a way to keep the series alive.
Second one, he gets it out of there. Bowtie is closing in on those slight switch numbers. Ed's going to have to find some more on the red. He's got the lead. Looking for 2 possession. Ditto play. He's got it for sure. Bo continues the red run. Ed to dose. Nothing. Uh-oh. And Bo continues to run on this red too.
Oh, boy.
Ed looking for something right here. Nothing again.
Uh-oh, this ain't
Bo
good.
is looking good. Bo's looking good to dose. Ed's got to find something. Does he have anything?
He's got to find something right now.
Short 24-hour reminder. Go for it. On the next game tomorrow, 7 o'clock. I can't look at the schedule. Let's see what Ed do. I know there is a 7 o'clock tomorrow, though. He's going to light switch. This is risky. Is that one too many?
No.
It works. A gamble and a half, and it works for Ed.
Wow.
Gets away with murder. And a +2. That's why he did it. Ed back in control. What a gamble. That's the close shave of the day for Ed. What a shave for me. He shaved some cards right there and got it done. Down to 2. Saves the game and then some. What a play. That's the bold plays we have not seen. Or that's what we've been missing in this league. And we got it back.
Bowtie with the switch.
Back to red crossover. Beautiful. Is it number efficiency for Med? It's not. That's crossover. That's beautiful. Textbook. And I'm telling you, Art, it's the bold cards. That makes the difference right there. 100%.
Yep, it is. And it's right now doing wonders right here.
Oh, man, that's a defensive play. Even if Bo's got a draw, you got to like where you're at right here. Got to like where you're at. Yep, got to like where you're at, Art. It's hard to switch on 0. Let's run it again. Even if the series ends in 5, what a competitive series. Every single game has been competitive. I'm impressed by the gameplay. Everyone has stepped it up, even on this new platform. It's been great.
Yeah, I mean, apart from like Aiden's woes today, everybody's been playing at their best, really. I mean, you could point at the light switching from Ed, but this time it doesn't bite him. But we'll have to see if someone can find their way out of this little funk we're in here. Looking at it, yeah, all the other zeros are out there, so they're looking for that or another red to try and set something else up.
Or looking at the stats right here, reverse and skips both have 11 apiece, but the difference is right now they both have 6 +4s and wilds combined. Right, it's a combination. Bo has 5 wilds, 1 +4, but Ed's got 4 +4s and 2. It can't get any more even than that. The +2 sure is favoring Bo as we go red 1 to ghost style. But it's been a fair game, and it all comes down to the light switching, and Ed's switching more, and he's gambling. And sometimes those gambles, they pay off, and sometimes they don't. I think that's the ultimate difference.
Yeah, that could be the ultimate difference. But right now, I think Bowtie's got everything in his disposal here, maybe. And it's all about just seeing if he can make that run.
There's the switch. Ed is going to have a chance right here. He's going to have a chance to make a move. Green has not been seen a lot other than the dose combo in the greens. It's been pretty light. Ed's got to skip. Going to close the gap for sure here, Art.
Yeah.
For sure closes the gap, yep.
Looking
Maybe
for
triple, but I think double. Yep.
double.
Down at 2. 2-card possession, but Bo fires right back. It's going to force that again, I think. We're done with the red and 3s now. Let's see, one more to go on the red and 3, but the skips now. Or the skips are out on green, so let's see. It's going to have to rely on something funny here. Maybe a switch. Does he gamble on the switch? Maybe the red? I think it's probably the safest switch, but it's Ed. You know he'll be aggressive. Green 5. And what a play from Ed to keep it cool. Cool under pressure. Cold as ice. Ed Ziemba running it in short. That should be it, man. We should be over 10 minutes now as we go double. Check that. What
No,
we got?
we're only
10?
at 8. Only at 8.
Getting up there, though. I mean, this could be the third game of the series that goes over 10 hour. That's a stark difference compared to the past. Almost 9 now.
My clock's right on point, just making sure it was.
A lot of series could end on the board. We could have a lot of board game. We saw it with Ashley today. We saw it with Radden's game was on the board. As soon as that gets updated.
I don't think I've had, like, in test sessions or in just practice best of 7 series, I don't think I've had a series under 30 minutes with somebody.
Dude, this bot is fantastic. There's just a lot more tools. It's making the game better. We can go in and draw signal. We're not going to get 20,000 card runs and what are we doing moments. It's fun. It's fun to play again, Art, for sure.
Yeah.
Look at the longest chain, Art. Look at the longest chain. It's been 4 apiece. There's been no runs that have been greater than 4, and I think the biggest finishing move today was 2. Honestly, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen. Yeah, I think there might have been one. I think one of their 4 cards was a finisher, but like
that was off
most
the
of them
power
were
play.
doubles.
Yeah,
That was a power
off
play.
Even that's
Does
different.
that count
Right?
if it's a power play? Does that count towards the chain?
Not
stat?
really. That's more.
No.
That's more artificial. It's artificial.
Just
Technically,
like a wild, yeah.
yeah, it's artificial. But that's great for Ed. He's going to gamble, and now Bo playing into Ed's style. I mentioned it off about 10 minutes ago, Ard. Is that the right move? Because now we're over 10 minutes. It's endurance battle right here.
Bo had a triple finish
We might.
in game 1, but that was a triple finish.
Sure,
for
maybe.
Bo.
After this game, I'll let you know. We're going to have to make the call. Maybe we might have to delay the next game, too. We'll see. Been delayed all day, though.
I'm very much in favor of that, so I can eat.
All right, we'll
Also,
probably
we're
delay
over
it to
10 minutes
8:30.
on this one.
All right, here comes Ed. We might delay it. We've been on
Unless this
flight
gets done
delayed.
the next
Flight
one.
delayed. Flight delayed. +4 for man. I don't think he wants to end it right now. He
We
don't
got a
want us
gate
to go off.
change!
Another
Oh,
tile
boy.
+4.
We got a gate change!
Gate change. Ed said, hey, I'm going to throw everything at you now, son. +6. Ed's running. Looking good. He's getting that ammo now.
Oh,
Ed Ziemba.
and all Bo
Flips
could have done there was just watch.
How about this, man? Fun. 31 cards self-drawn. I mean, it doesn't get much more mirror playing than that. 90 cards a piece play. You can't ask for anything better. It can't get any more even than that. What a great game so far. Skips and reverses. There's Ed. Now going to see if he can capitalize on the yellow. Bo trying to switch it. Ed talks about he's better under pressure. This would be a pressure cooker win. And he needs 2 more after. Here comes Ed, looking for a double. Did he need that yellow? got the yellow, but he's out of that skip rotation. +2s are gone, Art, and blue. Everything else is open on the +2s.
Yeah, that's gonna be something to watch with these power cards, especially now since we're kind of deep into this game here.
Ed for check. Be his first one in a long time, it feels. Brad probably going to get some dinner himself. Here comes Ed looking for the finisher. Bad Brad is back in the building. Doesn't miss. Ed looking for check. He's going to have it, but he's got to say it right. Well.
Yeah, just the wild +4. Just the 4.
Can you say card, 4 and it would work?
No, like that. Like that.
Yeah, redo it. There it is. Ed gets it done. Somehow pulled that one out of the bag, Art, because there was multiple times Ed shouldn't have won that game. What a win right there. What
Bo's
a
catching
win.
up in light switches. I'm just saying.
Yeah, Ed, you kind of got lucky, man, in the sense that Bo was playing into your style off the start, and ultimately that was enough to where it was Isolation City, as that was the second longest game of the series. Talk to me about when someone plays in your style, how you can adapt, because ultimately you had no momentum until you started playing into it. Interesting. Bo, you play into Ed's style. What was the reasoning behind that? Just the logic, right? I can't ask anything about ammo control because you did a great job. Were you just trying to play into his style, get him off the game, or use it as an experiment session, knowing you do have a chance in Game 6, despite no power play? It's a fair spot. What are we thinking here? All right, now it's a crazy series. I believe this is now the 4th game in a row. Patience prevailed for me there.
That's good for him.
Yeah, or I gotta say, other than
crescendo turning point. Honestly, sorry.
You could. This is the 4th game in a row since Game 1, or where I have to say light switching is now the factor. Is it worth it? Is it worth light switching? Just felt like it. Is it worth light switching? Is it worth light switching, or do you know how to strategically switch it? There's going to be a crossover point for sure.
Yeah, I think right now light switching's not it. I don't think that's it. I think we're seeing it now. Light switching is like a two-sided sword, really. It's a good thing and it can also be a curse at the same time.
We're going to find out what it is, though, Art, because this is going to be an interesting series. Now, both players have basically played each other's styles, right? Ed's done the ammo control. Of course, the ammo control was then countered by the light switching. I don't know, Ed. I mean, talk to me about the patience, man, you got to do for this. Now, you're going to have the next start. You've been here before. Remember MGR? We flashed back the tournament ago, down 3-1. No, you were doing it fine, man. I mean, you were doing it fine in the ammo control, but it's Ed, right? He just knows that style.
I think he was talking about specifically the ending. Like he thought that Ed didn't have anything to contend with.
Oh no, you were doing it fine. That's you can't bank on that, and that's the problem, right? Or if you think about it, right, when you go that far, you're down to half the deck, less than half the deck. Remember, it's got to keep cool. You haven't seen much ammo, right? You've been getting all the +2s all day, and then Ed's been getting the +4s and a little gelato right there.
Ooh.
Okay, flashback to Jay Gelato.
And
some interesting people in the background. Look, man, we're rolling right here. No numbers needed, no rejection right there. But we'll see how it goes right here. Should be a good one, Art. Oh, nice, man. Nice. Oh boy.
Okay.
Shut up. Yeah.
Hopefully, Monkey isn't watching. Anyway, let's get the.
Just appears.
Oh boy. Game 6. Let's get it on, Art. It's going to be Ed's final call. Can he do it again?
Ed, you cannot pick...
Chat.
Ed, you can't pick 8 or 10, so how many cards do you want?
He's going up. OG full. Oh, boy. What will it be on the starting card? It's the Creator.
That.
The Creator is back. Probably one of the better looking cards in the entire deck, though. Shout out to me, Grim.
Grim don't miss.
Everyone called Caesar's card the cutest, but we all know for reasons.
Grim don't miss.
Anyway, we don't miss.
Grim don't miss.
Grim don't miss. Into the Fitzy, excuse me. Right now, if this is what we're going to say, right? Light switching is going to be the detriment of the loser. We're going to find out. Ammo control has been solid for both parties. Now it comes down to light. Ed's been here before. We saw it today earlier. Radin was down 3-1, never panicked. But the only difference are no power plays was used in that game. We've had both here used.
Yeah, but I'm going to say this at this point.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
Here we go back to that two-sided sword. Is it a blessing or is it a curse?
I can't believe that is the story, sure. We talked about ammo control. It's been pretty good from both. It's the light switching as we go. Red combo, Sanford Allen.
It really became that way because Bo's starting to play into it. I mean, like you look at the stat sheet, like they're only apart. It's only a four switch differential now. Like it was, that differential was a lot wider earlier, but Bo is starting to play into it, and it might work in his favor, but he's got to wait another game to see.
Red 5 now. Keep in mind, we will delay it. I think short, go ahead. Feel free to tell Eric and Ghost. 8:30, we're delaying for sure, 100%. We're not starting on time. We have been on flight delays all day, Art. Board gate changes and everything.
Yeah. I think by this point we're just gonna be delayed a lot.
Yeah, we're gonna have to redo some things in the off season for sure about stream windows because this body's just too fantastic and doesn't miss.
Never miss.
Never miss. We love you.
Okay. Okay.
Anyway. Okay. Getting too high. Playoff game. Red 1 right here. 9-8. Bow tie now. Looking to tie the game up. Goes into that yellow reverse, trying to get Ed off his game. Not a light switch there from Bo, albeit two color. This is a good switch, though, Art, because it's not a new color. This is an effective switch, I think. Force Ed to switch it, unless it's back to red. Look at the gradient in those cards. Oh, yeah. Nice cards. Oh, yeah, that oh, man.
No, brother.
Yeah, Yoshi's card definitely pops with the orange. It almost does feel like an orange reverse, even though it doesn't exist.
It's a great gradient. I like that one.
Oh, my word. Ed is going to leave it open. We have not seen many of those, other than Cap doing it earlier with the +2s, and it's going to work. That's an old school play on the old bar, right?
It's
Don't
not
force a number.
It wouldn't be as detrimental. The worst thing you could do from where we're sitting with both of them is they get rid of a little bit of ammo. It's a little bit of a bait play if you really think about it. From a if it's a +2, that's a completely different question. But on a skip, it's really just a bait to try and get a switch or get them to offload some ammo to put yourself ahead. Flush out that ammo.
I think he's got to play this one strategically, Art. If you're at it, you know your season's on the line right here. Right, you're down. You're not only is your season, you're down to your last strikes. Right, it's 3-2 count every game now. 2 outs, bottom of the ninth. You got to be picture perfect on this game. You can't afford one slip up, and that's what Ed's trying to do. Try to close every option exhausted, because now we're back into double digits right here, depending on this draw.
Yeah, that's going to be...
Never mind. There's a light switch, but that's off a skip. That's fine. I don't mind that.
Yeah,
that's making it pay. Make the pay. Pay that.
Yeah, and that's really going to help Bo now.
Rent's due.
All right, you got to look at this. Both have played 7 reverses. As there's another reverse for Matt. He breaks the tie. But both guys have gotten ammo tonight. It hasn't been lopsided. They just have to work with what's given. And short, the one thing we talked about, right, in the old bot, you have 6+4s. The one, your night's over. Here, Bo's winning with less. That just shows you sometimes less is more. Check this out.
I have taken practice series with this bot. I've been outnumbered 5-1 through 6 games.
Whoa!
Oh my goodness! What is this?
Oh, the ammo control and it's fine. I do not want to check this out. If this
+4, this might be it.
Oh. If not, comeback noted. 32
Oh
cards.
my god, this would be ridiculous.
32
No
cards.
power play.
Oh, that's
it. Bowtie's done it, and it's ammo
7
control at its finest.
bags
Unbelievable.
later. 7 bags later.
Wow.
Hey, KT.
You.
Uh-oh.
Can I say something to Ed?
Yeah. Light switching gone wrong?
Hey, Ed.
Don't leave it open.
There goes your Super League.
Man, I feel bad for Ed, but ultimately, you gotta wonder, right? Did Bowtie play the patient game there? That was the first game all day where I could say it was even it took us how long to get there?
And it's one. And it's
I mean,
one
let's see,
game.
7 games.
That could have easily happened in game 1, and we wouldn't crush it. We wouldn't feel this bad
No,
about
man.
it.
I mean, first game was 7. There was really no hosing. We played 6 with actually no hosing by default. We played 17 with 4. That's 17, and now this is the 20. 1 out of 23, man. I mean, that's kind of insane to think about that. It took the first game, 23 games. What is it? 30 something? What, light switches?
30. Total 59 between them. 30 for Ed, 29 for Bo. On the light switches.
Wow, count 32.
Oh, why would you? Why would you do? Why would you do this?
No, that's okay. I don't mind it because that's perfect timing. Think about 32. But yeah, I mean, let me ask Ed. Ed, you had a lot of the ammo share on the +4 that you really can't complain. You did everything right, but when you look back at the series, are you going to remember the light switching that ultimately just it wasn't working tonight? Where it could have worked in the past. Do you build a notebook for next year? Because it's clear the light switching was the ultimate thing you're going to have to work on. For Bo, yeah, you had that one game, sure, where you hosed him at the end, but those first 5 games, you had a fight. You were playing into Ed's style, and even then, you got one break, but at the end of the day, you found a way and got the job done. Talk to me how you won the game and what was a classic series that almost took about an hour, which is nice to see. All right, final takeaways here. I think the light switching thing is not going away. I think you're going to have to adjust to that. This is not the old bot. You light switch too much, it's over.
Yeah, again, it went on a double-edged sword tonight.
Oh, it was fun.
We saw which side of the sword it was on. It was a curse, and unfortunately, that curse has taken it out.
Sure, any final thoughts, man? Good series. I think Bowtie did a great job adjusting. But I think the light switching ultimately for Ed, he's going to have to look back and say, you know what, new platform, now I got it out of my system, try to build for 25, because it doesn't work all the time, for sure.
Yeah, it doesn't work all the time, and I mean, it was pretty even light switches by the end of it, but yeah, and I think Ed will learn to adjust on that. He seemed to be one to adjust his play style. Yeah. That is really the first hosing Caesar, exactly. But
What, took 32 games? Is that right? 32 games?
Yeah, that's what we went. Let me look.
No, it can't be 23.
7, 13, 17,
23.
22.
This is game 6.
Oh, this is game 6. You're so right. 23.
I mean, you got to think about it, or do the math. 1 out of 23. That ratio is what? What is that? Let me see. Quick math. I think that's going to be somewhere around 0.4. I'm going to think maybe 4%. It's a ridiculously low rate. It's ridiculously low.
But that's the thing about algo. It's still gonna happen, but it's not gonna happen for 4
Every
straight
turn.
games.
No,
It's not gonna happen every time, but it still can happen. That's the point. Like, this bot is made to make that happen less, but it's not made to wipe it out of existence. Because
completely.
the thing about it is that Uno is still somewhat of a luck-based game. This league has brought a lot of strategy to it.
Right.
But the thing is that there's still plenty of luck that can go into it. Like, we've seen all the wrong number, wrong color stuff today. Like, that's all luck. Maybe you could argue that maybe it was a risky switch, like Ed did tonight, but like a wrong number, that's just pure hindsight luck kind of thing. And color can even be that way too. So it doesn't
Yeah.
wipe it out completely, but it definitely still exists.
And first hosing out of 23. That's a pretty damn good ratio. If we average that, or let's say 25 game, if we go 1 for 25, that's literally 4 for 100 in 100 game. If we had 4 hosings, that's a win. Compared to what we had 20 hosings and maybe 25 on the old bot. We're already cooking. I think it was a good day. I think Ed, he's going to learn and say, you know what, Kay? You're right. Sure, you're right. I got to learn how to light switch effective. This bot is different. And when card history comes in eventually, I don't know if that's the move. I think the strategies are going to definitely be more poker based now. You're going to have to see a lot of bluff packages. You're going to see more older players, I think, start to rise, Art. I think this could be something to know for the future. The vets of this league, Fitzwater, if he ever gets back, the guys that wanted this stuff, I think are going to start to look into this more. But we do have one more game tonight. Let's get into the updated pod. It will be Bowtie keeping his season and dreams alive of Super League. And boy, what a chance does he have. Tapir is up next. That is a massive game. We'll see that one next week, sometime in September. For Seth Cole, it's probably been the biggest story of the season so far for him, right? He's had a great first 4 tournaments. He's got to figure it out against Allen. We saw Abian lose today. We saw a scare for sure from Ashley. We've seen some scares on these top players. He's going to be the next one on the list. And of course, Chomick, he needs to do the same thing, still fighting for that Super League dream. Has a chance, but is going to have to be clean about it. Chomick Ellison beginning at 9 o'clock tonight. Or tomorrow, excuse me. We'll get the reminder soon tonight. Let's go into that schedule. It's Bowtie taking care of business, 4-2. Another 4-2. Bowtie will now move on, play Tapir. One last game in the Big Jupiter region. We're back with Ghost Monaco. I think this could be something special, or it could be an absolute crack show. The way this bot's going, it might give a chance with the organization of the cards. We'll see how it goes. We'll see that one at 8:30 now, about an hour from now. For all of us here at Uno and Maria, I want to thank Short for a long day of reffing. I mean, it has been a long day of reffing and streaming and EPing for real. I want to thank him for doing that. I want to thank everybody, man, for just putting in the work. We got one more game to start off this crazy 4 days in a row of maxed out games or close to it. Can't thank everyone enough for Brad and Nam for staying with us the whole day. You guys are G's. Appreciate you for real. And for our 2 chefs in the kitchen, congratulations to Master Chef Bo. He'll play Tapir in a Telescope 3-2. Looking for another big win to get back in the race. For Ed, great season. Hats off to Ed, man. Ed, any final thoughts? I'm sure you'll say in the quote, man, and what you learned. What a great year. Considering you're supposed to be a D2 candidate, you go from a D2 candidate to a guy that made an Elite 8 and had 4 wins. Great season for Ed. For all of us, we'll see you at 8:30. One last game before we get down to business again tomorrow, where we rack them up again. Have a great night.